Alright guys, this is your Game 2 versus CCS7. This is a game I wanted to look at, and I'm going to look at Game 3 as well. So, let's take a look at the draft first. I like the Murden tank. I maybe would have liked to seen an ETC here, potentially. But that's okay. Love the Stukov pick. As always, KK plays a really solid Stukov. Then you've got Elder Rob on Leo. I like the Leo again, and that should be a really easy matchup for Leo against Rag. The Sylvanas and the Chromie. Sylvanas is great for push power if you win the objective. I'm not totally in love with the Chromie pick here, mainly because you're going to run into a little bit of a problem on Shrine Clear. So, because if I peek at your talents, you're going Time Walker's Pursuit, which is fine. I mean, that's a pretty standard build. But you don't have a lot of Shrine Clear with Chromie. You don't have the best with Sylvanas either. Realistically, Leo is your Shrine Clear, which is a little awkward. Meanwhile, they built Gul'dan, Asmodan, and Ragnaros, and even May to a certain degree. So they really have three extremely strong Shrine Clear heroes. So you may beat them in a fight, but they're probably going to get the objective. So let's see how it plays out. The usual dance. Okay. So right now, Rag's already going off to the lane, which hopefully Elder Rob will be going to. Everybody gets stunned. Okay. Here's your rotation. Good try on the interrupt. Really aggressive. You gotta be careful with that. You can get punished pretty easily if they catch you on your jump. Alright, but you guys are ahead again. You're doing some good things here, Kobe. Like I like this. Just be careful with it. Okay. I don't like that there wasn't any wave clear really going on during the camp. You've got a full wave bot, and you've got a full wave mid. You're going to get the mid. You got your camp off early. You guys pop down. You missed a little bit of experience. Pick it up in minis. Okay. So right here, you know that there's two here. You should look at this bot camp. And you do. This should be relatively safe. Again, your camp clear's not the best, but this should be fine. Okay. This has been left up here, so this is getting some this has gotten a little bit of value. Now, you got the camp down here. This camp gets no value, other than taking it off the board. Okay, right now, there's 30 seconds, or 27 seconds to objective. Everybody's got pretty good mana, pretty good health. This needs to be started immediately, as soon as that countdown is hitting 30. You know it's going to spawn, or the objective's going to start counting down at 2:30. So this needs to be a priority. They did it early, but they got it done. Let's see if you guys can finish it on time. Alright, that's perfect. And yours is last to cap, so it should get a little bit more value because theirs should crash on your wall. Okay. This I don't like right here. Fighting up into this area is dangerous. Nothing good normally comes out of fighting here. It's really hard to get a pick here, especially with your team. So I would bring it back. You know, if you divide the lane into thirds, you know, one here, and one over here. Try to fight in this area of the lane, not over here. And you're still doing some good warding. You guys are actually ahead on the count. They seem kind of confused as to what they want to do. Elder up, eating a lot of damage. Kobe, you're doing some work on the Murden. I give you full credit for that. KK silences are really, really good here. Alright, so surprisingly, you get the first Immortal. And meanwhile, up here, not much going on. This pretty much evened out. Okay. Chromie split pushing. It's the first objective if you did not have Sylvanas. I love this to go soak. Because you have Sylvanas, I don't love this. I think you should be trying to put maximum pressure on this. You've already got 7. They don't have 7s. They're the ones who are looking for experience right now. So when you have an advantage, press the advantage. You have a little bit of an advantage, but you also have Syl for tower shutoff. So that should be an easy first gate, well down, and maybe half the fort right there if they don't mess up. Okay, towers are shut off. You guys are kind of on different targets now. Now you're on the same one. Now you burn this. And now you walk away, which is smart. Okay. This is kind of bold. You probably get away with it. Because the nice part about their team is they don't really have anything to punish you with. They have the Mei and the Ana, and that's kind of about it. Gul'dan, Asmo, and Rag aren't really going to punish you guys a whole lot. Asmodan late game, sure. Okay, again, you guys are opting for the bot camp. I think this is fine. Kobe, I like the warding, but I hate that you show on the map so much, and I hate that you feel that you need to attack minions constantly. The scariest tank to another team is the tank that they can't see. You know, if you're in this bush, or even this bush if you want to be super safe, if they come in on you, that creates an opportunity. If you're just standing around here, there's no real opportunity that you can create because they're going to proceed with caution. Which is fine because you obviously want to get the camp. But if you want to raise it up a little bit, you know, you need to make bushes your friends when you tank. Just eating damage for really no value. You've got to clear this. Let's check in on these guys. Elder Rob is absolutely spanking Ragnaros. This is a good call. Really aggressive. I like it. Just got to be careful here. You guys do have 10s. You have every advantage. They don't have Gul'dan. Gul'dan's showing bot lane. You know you guys are cool. Okay. You still have 10s, and you know that Gul'dan is down here. What are you going to do with it? let's see. All right, so you've got trait coming up in 5 seconds. So, ideally, you look for something with trait. If you've got trade up, and you know that they're probably on this camp, and this is kind of the responsible thing to do, this camp's going to get some pretty good value up here, especially because you guys opted not to take your camp, which is a mistake. If you're going to come down here, skip this. You have Sylve. Go straight over here and just go right after this. Go after the fort. Take the well, go after the fort, get some value. Coming down here and just clearing 4 minions or 5 minions isn't really great. You took these 5 minions over taking your camp. Okay, now you guys come in here. So you could have done that the whole time. So you wasted 4 or 5 seconds of burn time, which when you count down adds up. Okay, you still get the fort, but now they're here. Now you guys potentially are not in the best situation. Cooldown, ult down, gone. Ice wall, that's going to be unfortunate. I understand, I think, why you're doing this, because you're attempting to maybe peel or hold rag in, but there's going to be very little value with 2 of your team ice walled in there. Yet, somehow it still works. You guys are just getting chunked, though. Gul'dan doing some work. Full drain build. So, Kobe, for you, when you see a Gul'dan that's drain build, you should be just getting on him. You've got Skullcracker. You've obviously got your Stormbolt. You can make this Gul'dan basically worthless all game long. They don't have much to deal with you. The only thing you really need to worry about is an Ana sleep on your jump or a Mei interrupt on your jump. Asmo can chunk you a little bit. Ragnaros is Ragnaros. This is kind of a blast wave build. Again, minimal threats to you. So, okay, now this is just pure confusion. You're up here. Team Mura's here. He's backing. And KK is back. Alright, so even though you guys are ahead, and you're not far behind on this objective, Sylve just popped up. It's a good choice to give it. This happened. So, yeah, you got bottom, but they're going to get a pretty good chunk of top, and more than likely they're going to get the objective. Okay, so you guys are giving. You're trying to find some value. I like that. I think that's great. Right now, Rob, you just need to be up here soaking, and ideally double soak. You clear this lane, you come down, you clear this lane. You don't need to be there while this pushes. Okay? You've got Sylvanas, you've got Muradin, you've got Stukov, you've got Chromie. You don't need to be there. Your job during this is to try to get you guys even more of an experience lead. So, this Punisher is pretty much worthless. They sneak a camp. They don't even decide to push with it because they didn't have Mei. Okay, camps. Again, their comp really doesn't allow to invade very well, so you guys are pretty safe. Kobe, when you're trying to mount, you gotta back up a little bit, especially in front of a Gul'dan. Otherwise, he's just gonna keep knocking you on the timer. Okay, not much to do. You guys are just soaking. You were soaking. So, I don't know why you abandoned the wave. Maybe something was going on with Elder Rob. Let's see. We are back. So, you guys just kind of came up, abandoned that last wave, really for no reason. Rob was totally fine. I guess maybe he called, he was looking for an entomb. Again, kind of fighting in this part. Good entomb. Everything here is pretty good. Rag trait pop. Unless you can get May, it's time to get out. So you got May. Okay. So, what's going on here? Asman's gonna start hurt. Leo too greedy. By Kobe. Potentially T-Rex. Yep. Okay. Just greedy. It's a greedy play to walk in there. You need to respect that they still have buttons that they can push. Especially with Molten Core. Normally Molten Core is not something you want to walk into with most of their team around. If it was just Ragnaros, okay, cool. You burn it and kill them. But that's just a greedy play. Now you come down. You do catch the soak. And the other thing, too, you guys were close to 16. You don't want to fight right before you get a tier advantage. You want to fight when you get the tier advantage. So, you know, you could have got the May pick, and then you could have been a little bit more proactive in getting some experience, hit 16. You could have potentially invaded their Bruiser with a 16 advantage. You know, I'd like to see you guys trying to find a little bit more value on the map. Leo, scouting them out. They're checking yours out. Anna is fucking crazy. Okay. Good damage, but Anna was standing here, and you're standing here and you're Chromie. Not good things are going to happen to you. That sleep should kill you. It probably doesn't, but it should. KK, good swipe, but a tad early. You guys still get the May kill. Like, you shouldn't be winning that, and you do. Eldion's smart to realize that you still get the camp. Okay, everybody's kind of low right now. The objective is spawned. You come get mid. I don't know whether you're worried about Asmo or whatnot. Everybody up here is fine. I like that you killed the wall. Again, I don't like that you're just out here kind of clearing the minions. Eldion clears them so fast. You know, if you really want to push those out, do that. I mean, yeah, you're kind of delaying them, but eventually they're just going to walk by you. Okay, cooldown ult comes down. So, you kind of hung around a little too long solo over here. You potentially get stunned in this. Let's see. No, okay, no, never mind, that was a Rag. But Rag is just absolutely soloing you. You actually jumped in with no health. you can't do that. You got to jump out with that little health. I'm assuming you took the... okay. No, you didn't. So you have no armor on jump. You took the extra range, so you could have gotten yourself out of there, gone out, popped into stone form, and regened a little bit. Instead, you got nothing. You went Perfect Storm. I like Perfect Storm. I think it's usually the right play. I think in the way you play Covey, I do think Third Wind is probably going to be a better option on most maps for you. And it makes KK's life a little easier. So you're dying. Batgirl's going to live. Elder Rob goes down. So now your front line is completely gone. You've still got this camp to deal with. And yeah, things not looking good all of a sudden. Speed this up. Alright, here it comes. Easy top keep because they already got it from the camp before pretty much. Bad jump. Pull down ult kind of zones you out. It's not the scariest thing in the world. Oh, okay. That can't happen. One of you needs to decide to jump it. You can't have both of you getting hit. Okay, Covey leaps out. It's still pretty healthy. It takes the keep. They walk away. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, you potentially had an Entomb there, Rob, before they kind of got away. Alright, so the tables have kind of turned. You guys were in control for most of the game, and everything kind of just shifted on you from a couple really greedy mistakes. The greedy mistake at mid, and the greedy mistake kind of with Covey jumping in low and staying in. They've seen you guys do this camp all game long. They were ready for this. They knew it was coming. You got Leo up here, which I don't hate. This is gonna go bad. They mess up their combo. Anna's just gonna clean house and wipe out two of you. I mean, it's a nice try, but you have nothing for it. And you die for it. Okay, this is gone. You guys are doing the right thing, trying to find value someplace else. Clear this up, keep mid. Close, but good leap out. You guys should go bottom. There's nothing you can do here. So the entire time, you can't do anything. I mean, you've been doing at least something remotely smart, which is just staying away. But you could be doing something else. You could be catching all this soak down here. You could be clearing this. You're just kind of wasting time dancing around. You're really not deterring them or stopping them from doing anything at all. And you still need to go clear bot. So and you guys don't even clear the camp. So the camp now starts wailing away on your front wall. And it doesn't look like a big deal, but it takes down a third of a tower. Okay, they're 20. You're not. You guys need to find 20. Rob is finding it down bot lane. Smart choice not to contest this. You guys get an easy 20 up here. Okay. Nobody has wells for this fight close by. You guys have some top lane pressure. Gotta clean that up. Probably kill that last catapult. Okay. I want to take a look at 20 talents. Rewind, perfect. Stukov, you're Stukov, so I'm sure you'll pick a good one. Buried Alive, good. Bolt of the Storm. Okay. I don't hate it, but I don't really like it. I'm going to be honest here, X. I sometimes get confused with your Sylvanas build. You really like Overwhelming Affliction, which is a good build. But I don't see the value that you're really going to get against this team with it. I think Q build probably would have been superior because it would have given you a little bit more burst to potentially just go after, you know, one of the squishier heroes, the Gul'dan, the Asmo, the Rag, even the Ana. You've gone Haunting Wave, you've gone Remorseless. I mean, you've basically turned yourself into a full auto attack. Sylvanas. You know, Wailing Arrow, it's okay. I feel like Mind Control would be a little bit more impactful, especially with the 20 upgrade on Mind Control. Chromie, I mean, again, you're pretty standard Chromie build. Here and there, I mean, if you play well with it, cool. But here and there is normally not ideal. And I'm a little bummed that you're not taking Pierce, especially on Shrines where you guys need a little extra help on clear. Pierce would get a lot more value for you. Don't really care about their talents. Yeah. Did go upgrade on Sulfuras, so that could be potentially a problem. Big Ice Wall. Yeah, I mean, Asmo's already fully stacked, so Asmo's going to hit you guys like a truck now. You're in some trouble. You're also late getting down here a little bit, so they're going to already be up 20. I like this. You go, you pick the Mei. Beautiful stun, beautiful entomb, beautiful follow. They're up 20. You got to run at them, which you do. That should die. Okay, he dead. They're up 33. You can't let them even get near this. Like, I would stick, right now, I would stick Leo on here, and the rest of you, look for them over here. Instead, you guys are trying to clear it together. Asmo dunks it, done. You get the Gul'dan, that's good. They really don't have a lot of push power. This becomes a worthless immortal. I think you potentially could have stolen it had you got a little more aggressive and just left one person over here and tried to drag some of the minions away, you know, not dead center, and then picked the Asmo. I feel like that could have maybe changed this, and it also would have added a stagger to them. But considering how that went and how far ahead they were and how late you guys were, that's not a bad result at all. Okay, you get the camp. Running up mid to clear. Looking for a potential push, nothing there. Top lane stacking up on you guys. You decide to take another wave mid because apparently you want to soak to 30. Looking for something in the bush. Nothing really there. Rob, I like that you're killing the katas. Those should always be the priority if you're in a situation like this. You know, you can let the wave go and kill the kata, and your wave will either stall it, or ideally, if your kata spawns, you'll actually push it out a little bit and buy you some time. Okay. So I know you guys want this camp. This camp really isn't going to do a whole hell of a lot, other than take it off the map for them. I don't like that you left this up here. They've got advantage up here. This is gone. You guys are deciding to show bot, take the front mall. They're now totally worried that you guys are going to push this in. Okay, they all back. Again, good idea, but you know they're going to come for you. You're on a timer. You can't just stay here. You get it. Really nice in Tomb. Really nice in Tomb. But again, the whole situation is caused by greed. What you did to come down here and pull them back was great. There is no way that you're going to burst this whole thing down before they can engage on you with the comp you have. If you wanted them to come back and get some value, take it, get it to half, and get out of there. You guys are on the clock, not them. If you lose a fight here, the game's over. And you lost a fight there. Alright, Eldion makes it out. Goes for the hearth. Meanwhile, your core is starting to take some damage. Alright. They are opting to just kill you and end it. Okay, right there. Had you taken time out, you live. So, again, I don't hate here and there, but I think timeout is going to be more effective for you, especially with a Gul'dan and a Asmodean. If he locks you in to that huge dunk that he has now, you can just hit your ice block and you're okay. If Gul'dan chunks you with dot damage, which isn't really a dot build, but it can still hurt a Chromie because you're pretty low health, you can just ice block it out. So, you know, we're kind of picking fly shit out of the pepper right now. You know, relatively small problem. The game's already over. You know, I think Leo pops up here, probably slams him with an into. Pretty darn good too. Pretty good damage, but it's too much. So, again, I would say a couple questionable talent choices. Definitely on Chromie. Sylvanas, you know, T-Rex, I really think you need to take a harder look at Q build. Kobe, greedy on the jumping in when low health. You never jump in with low health. You jump out. You know, unless you're a god tier Murden, normally your jump is reserved for jumping out, not jumping in. You know, there are cases where jumping in is good. You know, jumping in and stunning while you're in the air is fantastic, especially on chasing people down. Overall, though, I think big problem was just not respecting their team. You know, it is kind of a goofy comp, and greed. When you guys came in here on the Ragnaros, that was greedy. Uh, again, greed down here, and again, greed here. So you're overestimating what you can get done safely. I think if you clean that up and play you know, a little bit more cautious. When you guys are pushing in here and you got the kill on May, as soon as Rag popped his trait, you walk away and you leave, and you're now up. You have an advantage. And you can go you can invade their camp. You could look for 16 first. You can find some value someplace else. Down here, when you pushed all the way in here, you got the front wall. You started burning this thing. You safely could have walked away when it was at least at half. Mission accomplished. They couldn't do anything. You guys were free to back and push this lane back out. And you got some value and you opened up a huge win condition. Even if this thing's half, if one of the immortals were to spawn somewhere down here, let's say this immortal doesn't end the game, you have a win condition. Let's say if you kill 2 or 3 of them, you have a very easy win condition if this thing's half. So it's not the end of the world to not get this structure. You can absolutely just say, all right, we're going to die. We need to leave. So overall, though, I don't think it was a poorly played game on your guys' part. You guys had some good entombs. There wasn't a lot of comboing with the entomb, though. It was just kind of a lot of collateral damage. So I would look to maybe make sure you guys are communicating a little bit more and saving some cooldowns for something like an entomb. KK, I mean, your healing was outstanding. I think, again, overall, I don't think you guys played a bad game. You just got greedy with the shot calling and greedy with some of the plays. So, all right. That does it for this one. Let me